I'm back. Mosquitoes ate me up again. So we'll probably do a couple things today. It all depends on how much time I got and if you guys want to hang around for that. It's raining today. Seems like it's rained every day this week for some reason. So I hope you guys are having a great Thursday. Yeah, I think it's Thursday. Thursday day. It's either Wednesday or Thursday. Yeah, just pick one, Wednesday or Thursday. But today, what we're going to do, I'm probably going to paint my pumpkin skulls. I'll probably do that at the end of our other project that we're doing, or in between when our project is drying. So our project at the moment is going to be these little blood babies. So we're going to try to tinker on these, and this is just a quick one to show you what you can do. Y'all can grab something of your own and make your own. It don't have to be that way. So, so I got these pails from Hobby Lobby for like $2.50 a piece, and we're gonna squirt some foam in it. Hopefully. Turn it down here so you can see what I'm doing. If you can see. So what we're doing is we're just gonna squirt some foam in this. And then we'll let it dry. Hey, what's up, Hollywood Hunter? How you doing? You guys got all your work done yet? Oh, I guess not. Wow, work too. Awesome. So we're going to squirt a little bit of foam in this, and we're going to let it set up to a certain point. Then we'll take a stick and spread it around a little bit. So just take a stick. Whenever you don't want to do it until it starts setting up to a certain point, and because you want it to be sticky. Now this here, because we sprayed it in the middle is going to take a little longer to set up. So, but hopefully we'll have something like this once it's done, like a little. I'll call them blood babies, but you can call them whatever. And these molds are the ones I showed yesterday. So you get a Hobby Lobby with the little babies in them. I figure it'd be something, that could be something kids can do or something. You just might have to monitor them with the spray foam. And my bloodline. It works pretty good. Let me show you what it looks like. I got another one somewhere. So there's my bloodline. I will be selling these for too long. I got to order some bottles. That's kind of what it looks like. All right, so I'm going to show you PermaBlood. So that's PermaBlood there. Then this is my Monster Blood, if you can see it. So that'll be coming on the market soon, hopefully. So I will be selling that in 8-ounce bottles, 14 bucks. 8-ounce bottles. I wish. I know you guys are staying pretty busy on that stuff out that way. Chris, is that your guys' main job? Is just building props for whoever, whenever, and or do you have a, have to go to job? So that's kind of what you're looking for. Is you want it just tacky enough, and then we'll spread this around all over the canister, however you want to spread it. Don't have to be a rhyme or reason for it. That's what you're looking for. You want it to be a little sticky, and you might have to spray it a couple times to get it kind of where you want it, because your top will dry faster than the center. So we'll just keep playing with it until we get it all the way to the top. So with that being said, we're going to take these little babies out of the mold. Now I did pour these up with Ultra Cal, so they're good and solid. You could use resin or whatever you have if you want. I just chose Ultra Cal because it makes a good hard copy. So if you can see it, where we're at here. I don't know if my face is in the way or what there. Anyway, kind of looks crappy because my phone ain't gonna focus. All right, missed my knife. What did I do with my? So what I'll do is I'll go in with a knife or something, and I will scrape just a flashing off around the edges of it. Just clean it up a little bit. And I poured up 3 of them. So here's the second one we'll pull out. It's pretty good silicone, pretty soft silicone. So you shouldn't have a problem getting it out without, breaking something off. Yeah, Chris, I got to catch your all's latest video. I've seen it sometime this morning, but I just haven't had time to watch my videos. I usually watch my videos either real early in the morning or late at night. There we go. There's our next baby. What's up, John? Oh, you're never late, brother. You good? Oh, okay. No worries. Yeah, I think that's the way everybody is, man. Trying to make ends meet here, there, and yonder. Try to make $1 however you can. Except I'm not going to be working at the truck stop. Keith at Cobwebs and Candlesticks works at the truck stop. He's got 2 truck stops by his house. That's where he works. And I don't think he's a cashier. I think he runs around the trucks. Yeah, there's our blood. I just put it in this jug because I don't have the 8-ounce jugs yet. I don't know if you can see inside there or not. Yep. And there she is. This is what it looks like on foam and stuff. Let's give me a smaller stick. So we're getting some rainy weather today, which I'm not going to complain. It needs to cool down a little bit. It's just too stinking hot here. Them 110-degree weather days, man, it's just too much on the body. What's that, the blood? Yeah, trust me, I've had it on my fingers already today. So as you can see, the foam is still pretty soft in there, so I'll try to break it up a little bit. Then I'll just go back in and I'll spray it again. And you can see it kind of, you just want to kind of mess it around wherever. So the thing about this little project, you got to wait for that foam to set up a little bit. If you want to use something else, you sure can. It won't hurt nothing. As you can tell, I'm out of tips, so we were at the very tip of it here. Now you can probably use just a regular Loctite foam if you wanted to. The reason I like this a little bit is because I can smear it around a little bit. I can get some better effects out of it. I haven't played too much with the Loctite. My buddy Keith, he does. He likes it pretty good. I've got a can or 2 up there. I just never messed with it because I was always too busy messing with the regular foam. Anyway, we'll let that set up. And what we'll do while we're waiting on that, if you guys want, so you're not so bored waiting on paint to dry, is we'll go ahead and we'll paint. Actually, let's paint these babies since we've got the paint out. So I got some real light I don't know, it's kind of it's not a peachy color. I wouldn't even know what it's called. Anyway, almost flesh. It just don't have the pink color in the flesh. It's not real pink. So we'll just paint these babies up. So I'll show you how to do that. So I'm just using the regular indoor House paint from Home Depot. And I'm using a crappy brush because I've done ruined every little brush I have. So I try to get down in all the nooks and crannies. And this Ultra Cal is real nice to paint. You paint right on top of it. It doesn't hurt it. Or I haven't had a problem of any issues of painting on it so far. Now, if you go use stains on Ultra Cal, it will soak up your stain in a heartbeat. So you definitely need some kind of a paint on top of it to so it doesn't soak up your stain if you're using stain somewhere on it. I know this is kind of hard to see. I don't normally do this small of a project, but I figure it'd be something fun and cool to do. You're sitting around, and it's inexpensive. I think these molds were $4, so $4, 250. We're at 650. Then some foam, some paint, and of course, if you buy the Monster Blood, that's going to set you back $14. So what did you do today, Vic? We painted babies. What do you mean you painted babies? So there's our little baby painted. This phone does not focus whatsoever. All right, so what I'll do is I'll just take the heat gun and heat them up, and they dry pretty quick. John, how's your weather today? You guys getting rain? No, I'll probably use it until I wear this cardboard out. I got a bunch of cardboard back. It's actually boxes. I just cut this up, so the table is so messed up and dirty and nasty. And you're not going to see nothing I'm doing, so I figured I'd just put it on there. All right, so our next step is I have some stain. And I think this is honey stain or something. Heck, I can't even see it on there. Anyway, I think it's honey stain. But I'll take this honey stain, or stain, it's a dark stain, not real dark, but it's dark. And then I'll just stain my babies. So I want to get it down in all the nooks and crannies. Yeah, no, I should probably have some gloves on here, but it'll be okay. Now, definitely, if you're working on fiberglass, you definitely want to wear gloves. Or resins or anything like that. That stuff is so nasty and sticky. Okay. So now we'll take our babies and we'll just wipe them off. So there's kind of our babies now. Oops. Starting to get sticky on us here. Let's see, where's my thing at? Is that paint? Use that buying brushes or what? Oh, brushes and paint. What you painting, brother? You gonna be painting bodies or painting a house or dead chickens? Hey, Leanne. I'll try to stay a little bit busy. Keeps my mind occupied. It is a challenge to gather up supplies and for each project that I'm doing and try to present to you guys of what I've used and stuff like that, or what I've already have and whatnot. It's a challenge, but it's fun. All right. So there we go. Now we're just waiting on that to set up in the middle again. So I have most of the supplies I use here. It's just like sometimes I use so much of it that I run out, and it's like these brushes. I ran out of them the other day, so I had to go buy a bunch. I bought 2 boxes of this, so it'll last me a little while. All right, here's what we'll do while we're waiting on the whatever you want to call it to set up. We will go ahead and paint these pumpkin skulls. So these are the ones I sculpted, I don't know, probably 6 months ago. They are latex and foam filled. And some of them I just leave the flashing on. Just, I don't know, just seems different. Oh, I gotta wipe that one baby off. Yeah, I forgot a baby. Okay. There's the other baby. Let's see what's going on. Oh, neat, man. Leanne, so I had a hunt last year, but due to I'm kind of tornado alley. For some reason, I had like three floods go through my hunt last year, a car run through my hunt. So I decided to postpone it until I find a better spot or something like that where it's inside and I'm able to do it. I could do it here in this warehouse, but I would probably have to sink another $50,000 to $60,000 into a sprinkler system and stuff like that. And I'm broke, so it's not going to happen this year. And maybe in a couple years or so, not this year. So John's going to be painting pumpkins for the garden center. That's going to be cool. John, post him on Monster Misfits Facebook page, man. That'd be awesome to see that. And I bought me one of these little boogers. I figure it'd be better than my paint going everywhere. Because usually I just squirt it on a piece of cardboard or whatever. This is that orange we mixed up for a big pumpkin the other day. And then we'll just paint these skull pumpkins. Oh, yeah, let me get back to where you was at, Leanne. Sorry, very short attention span here. Yeah, I sell. I'm going to be selling everything I make. If I think it's worthy, I'll sell it. If it's not, then it'll probably set to the wayside as just a project. So I got some full size corpses coming up before too long. Some swamp boogers coming up, full size swamp boogers. Well, they'll be about 5 feet tall. They're not going to be 6 foot for sure. So I'm not going to show you how to make those as well. And if you guys look on my YouTube there, you can see some of the my corpses I make, and I'm going to show you how I make that. I got a couple more ideas to go with that, but it's going to be about the same concept as those. They're just going to be able to stand on their own and all that good stuff. And those take a little bit. Those seem to take forever to make. But they're fun because I use acrylic teeth in them. So just putting the teeth in them, it takes, probably 30, 45 minutes to put all the teeth in them. So we're painting the top of the stem warts as well. That way, some of that will show through once we put our ugly green on there. Get it to shine up with our rub out and stuff. Just kind of like we did our other pumpkin that we just did a couple of videos back. What's up, brother Cobwebs? Dang, boy, man, you was on a roll with all them shopping videos, man. I went to Hobby Lobby yesterday. The only thing they had was them little cutesy scarecrows. I was like, well, eventually they'll have some Halloween stuff out, maybe. Home Depot still don't have theirs out yet. Oh. Yeah, the car thing. It was just I mean, we did good for our first year. We didn't lose no money. We damn sure didn't make any because we didn't put any money out in any advertising or anything like that. And we kind of waited late in the game to do any advertising. And the kind of reason why I waited was because was unsure if we was going to get everything done or not. So I didn't want to say, hey, come and look at my haunt. Then they'd be like showing up and be like, okay, where's this dude's haunt at? But we had a good response. Those review people, if you believe in that, he come out. He says, "Man, I thought this was gonna be all plastic." I said, "No, sir, no plastic, no plastic." He said, "I thought it was gonna be all plastic walls." I said, "No, sir." So here at the garage, I'm probably just gonna set something up here in the front of the door. That way they can't say, hey man, people's going through your haunt on the inside. People are going to walk by and see it or whatever and bring their kids to trick or treat. So we're just going to hand out some razor blade apples. I mean, candy. 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 That's what we're going to hand out, candy. So I figured that'd be something good for the little community over here. So far, the neighbors loves us over here. They just think I'm make weird shit, and we got a couple of people always wanting to come and help do something, but I never really have anything major going on that needs, two people to help. So there's our pumpkin skull or latex pumpkin skull. One of them. Good. Scrap latex. I have scrap latex. I got a big old chunk. If somebody wants it, I mean, you can stop by and pick it up if you want. They find it. I got this big old chunk. Somebody wants that, you're welcome to stop by and grab it. Yeah, I got some more somewhere. Oh yeah, there we go. So I screwed up and left the bucket open one night, and that dried up in my bucket. So I ended up with a big old chunk of latex in the shape of a bucket. So it's kind of what I got. Now I think, so what we do is instead of throwing it away, I don't know, let's make a mask out of it. They call me Buckethead or something. Yeah. Yeah, we'll just make a mask out of it. Now we can probably do it with 1 eye or 2 eyes, however you want to do it. There we go. There. There we go. Well, that's a big old eyeball there. Now, this is a professionally mask making right here at its finest. We need one for the nose so we can breathe a little bit. There we go. Okay, this is a one-of-a-kind special edition mask for $59.99 plus shipping. I will send this right to your house, and this is the only one that's gonna be made. I done broke the mold on this one, so there you go. It's all ripped up. Now we can add some blood to it for an extra $10 if you like. So there you go. $59.99 plus shipping. Well, that messed up here. Hey, what's up, Marlena? Yeah, I broke the bucket that came in. Yeah, I didn't spend very long on sculpting that, but you know how it goes. Gotta make some money somehow. You know, you'd be amazed what the hell sells. It might sell, you never know. But yeah, I usually have a pretty good bit of latex left over here, there, and yonder. But it's good to hang on to, pieces and parts. I like the stringy latex, like I don't know. I think I showed it yesterday, but I hang on to the little stringy stuff. Like, if it was the bottom of this bucket, I would hang on to that because you can make it tendons or whatever you want to make out of it. Makes good little stuff like that. I still got to order the silicone for that big skull or the big skeleton mold or sculpt that we did the other day. That thing's going to take a lot of silicone, I believe. There we go. Professionally painted with a 2-inch brush. And once that dries, we'll paint the skull black. Then we'll dry brush it in white. And we'll also do the stems and all that stuff as well. So there's that. We've got our babies ready. So now we need to stick our babies on here. A little spot here made for it. Ouch. Get the bug bite. So I'm going to try to find my hot melt glue gun and we'll just glue that sucker right in there. Turn it around. There we go. We'll do that last. Let's put some blood on this thing. Wrong area too. So whoops. The human skin bag, what the hell is that? Well, if you're looking at hair on my ears, yeah, that's werewolf hair. Looks like human skin. Skin bag. Oh my goodness, trash bag painting. If you guys are new or just coming in, the blood formula is mixed. And as soon as I get bottles in, they will be ready for sale. But that is the blood that I mixed and make. And that's the blood baby that we did. And I'm not sure that it sets on there right. I think my stuff is, oh, that's what it is. It's still rising. Yeah, it's still rising. Oh, it's hard now. But, yep, something fell. I don't know what that was. But you get the idea. All right, what fell there? You gonna get it? Or that was scary, huh? It's scary. And we're just going to cut the hump out of this. It's not so rounded. That. Dang it, Marlene, I'm always riding around on your dash. Birthday cake. Hey, yeah, birthday cake would look good. What foam is this? It is big gap filler, which sucks. It's good in some applications. I do use a lot of it. The only bad thing is, like, just say, okay, we just did this. Now, if this don't set at least a week or at least 3 or 4 days, this stuff will still continue to spread or expand. But for demonstration purpose today, I'm doing it kind of quick so you all kind of get the idea of making these little blood babies. I don't know why I decided to do a blood baby or whatever, but you kind of get the idea. And I think I'm going to redo him. So let's chop this out of here so I can make a flat surface for him to sit on. But I got some. I got a can of Loctite over in the cabinet. I just haven't experimented with it yet to see if it would do what I want it to do. Because I want it to be able to spread it around like this. Well, something like this, where it looks kind of chunky monkey. All right, let's put some monster blood on it. See, that's the monster blood. And we'll just Punch it in here. And then we'll just put a baby in there. And then this is just kind of showing you, make little knickknacks or something for your house, or trick or treaters. You can do it for trick or treaters, I guess. You want to, so. So here's the blood again. I'm gonna put it on here and just dab it in. And this stuff here, if you can, we can do this. Let me find something here, and yeah, we can even do this if you want to. You can stick an eyeball in it, or two or three of them, however you want to do it. But that's an idea. I really like this blood I made. It is freaking expensive to make, I can tell you that. But it works fairly good. I like it. And I like the color of it. The color of it came out pretty good. And I can't wait to pass it on to you guys. I wish I could sell it cheaper. It would just, it'd be so nice to be able to sell some of this. It's just everything's so freaking expensive right now. Everything's going sky high, and it's just crazy. You can't hardly make $1 nowadays. And nobody wants to buy anything because it's so stinking expensive. But these would be, cool little projects if you just want to. I mean, you can make these. What the hell? You can make these like tree ornaments if you wanted to. Put some eyeballs in, some little babies on it, or whatever, and make some little tree ornaments. I guess you're limited to your imagination or somebody else's. Clean off all the other junk that we don't want. So there we go. And we'll just put a little baby on it. Once it all dries, we'll come back and we'll adhere that thing to it. with some glue, maybe some hot melt glue or E6000 or something, or we'll get it on there. But there you go. I think those are pretty cool. So I've only got 2 buckets, so I don't have a third bucket. Yeah, I've got a can of Loctite. I gotta get the little. I'm out of spray nozzles. I go through spray nozzles like crazy. The baby is from those little baby forms from Hobby Lobby. I got 3 of them for $3.99 a piece, and I just poured up Ultra Cow. So these are made out of Ultra Cow. This is the one I had on the blood a while ago, but they're just little baby molds, and I painted them and stuff. Yeah, John, you got it. Thanks, John. I appreciate it. Is my blood water based? Yes. Yes, it will clean up with water. As long as you don't let this sucker sit up on a prop too long, it'll clean up. But once it dries, it ain't cleaning up. Let me show you. Need some water. Okay, this is the blood that we had on this brush. It's clean right out. And that's the excess in that water. Okay. Good. Pumpkins are still wet. Takes forever this thing. So we can speed it along a little bit. All right, a word of caution on this, guys. If you use a heat gun and anything is foam filled, be very, very careful. You do not want to heat it up real hot, especially if it's sealed. So I got like a heart that's a 2-part mold, and once it's sealed, you do not want to heat it up very, very hot at all. If at all, just let it kind of air dry, because that will shrink up on you and ruin your prop. But this here, I'm just holding that like a hair dryer. You can't see what I'm doing, but so we're just kind of rushing it along. But keep your heat gun moving. or a hair dryer. If you got a hair dryer, this would probably work better than a heat gun. I don't have a hair dryer, but I have a heat gun. Got that. So I don't know how many of you was here earlier. Let me show you this. Okay, this is in comparison. This is Permablood. That's from Pale Knight. I love that stuff. And I get it up here. And this is my blood. If you can look at it. And that's my blood. Let me show you on another piece. I put this on last night. So, yep, that's my monster blood. It will be coming in 8-ounce bottles, at $14 a bottle. If you're interested. But I have to order the bottles. I haven't ordered the bottles yet. All right, there's our pumpkins. Anyway, guys, this is why the video is all about. It's these little pails with the little blood babies. And we're pretty much done with these. We're just waiting for the blood to dry up on it a little bit. So there's our blood babies. Just something little simple that you can do with probably the kids or whatever. But if you want to hang around and watch me paint some skull pumpkins, you're more welcome to. I'll stay on and let you watch me paint these and give you something to do. So we got 2 of them to paint up. It's still a little tacky. Oh. Let me get my black. It's right here. So we're going to paint these skulls black. Then we are going to dry brush them with a white. So probably what I'll do is I'll do the rub out on this first before I do the white, I think. Or we'll do one. We'll paint this black, then we'll dry brush it white, then we'll do the whole thing in a rub out. Then we will do the next one in black and orange. Then we'll do a rub out. Then we'll do the white high brush or highlights on it, or dry brush, to kind of see the difference in what our mixture of rub out that we mixed the other day. If you guys want to, if you want to hang around for that, that'd be cool. It'd be sweet. So we will get our fancy dancy painting thing right here. Put this in some water. But y'all saw the other day I mixed my own paints. We did orange and black. What else colors we did? Yellow. We did a yellow. And I don't know what else we did. Shorts around here somewhere. I just like everything else, I can't find it. Probably a cockroach carried it off. Anyway, let's paint some of these skulls. I'll show you something about this mixture of black. Whenever you mix your latex, 1/3 latex water, and your black, I will show you how that's going to look. And don't panic like I did. It's going to be gray, but it's going to dry black. So don't panic. Just let it dry. I panicked and freaked out. I was like, oh my God, what did I mix? What did I do wrong? So try not to panic. So we're going to go ahead and paint this bad boy and see how it turns out. Now you don't have to paint this black. You can do white or or whatever color you want to do your skull pumpkin or whatever. I think the last one I did pink hair on it or the pink pumpkin on it, and it looked like I was trying to mimic hair after my buddy David. So he's always got pink or blue or purple or some kind of weird hair. So this is my Quinn. It's called my Quinn model. Here, paint that little section there. There we go. Okay. Oops, I missed a spot. So there's our pumpkin skull so far. So we'll let that dry and go from there. And we'll paint the other one. Yep, the computer went off. Come on, computer. Yeah, the new black and orange. Orange is my favorite color. Nigger Joe, yes, that is my own formula of permablood. Yes, sir. Make a baby out of fondant? Yeah, you can. I think that's what these are originally for, is making babies for cakes, I believe. Fondant and stuff. You like it unpainted? What do you like, unpainted cobwebs? Just darken the sockets or they're washing. Oh, oh, okay. You're talking about the skull. Duh. Sorry, I'm a little slow. I'm a little slow. I'm a little slow, guys. All right, let's paint this one black. So I thought about doing my own paint line as well. My own latex paint line eventually. Um, we'll see here later on how that works out. Haven't gotten that far yet. Just been thinking about it. And it'll just give people options to, if they want to buy whatever from somebody, then they have that option. You don't have to buy from one source or whatever. They got different sources they can buy from. So I have my own monster blood out, and I'll have my own monster paints out. Hopefully, by end of year I'll have the paints out. Hopefully within a couple weeks I'll have the blood out. If not sooner. Like I said, it'll come in 8-ounce bottles. And it'll last. It'll stretch a good ways. I've had a gallon of that permablood for a freaking 2 years now. I mean, I guess it all depends on, you know, how much you use. I mean, if you're going to use a ton of it, then of course they won't last that long. But I don't know. I've used a ton of it. Okay, there's that one. Let's paint these little flappers. Oops, I missed a spot. There's two spots there. And there you go, guys. There's that. And if you get it on orange, don't worry about it, because we're going to be using rub out on it anyway, so you're good. It won't hurt it. So there's that. So now our next, we got to do the stems, and we want some ugly green on that. And this brush might be good enough to do that. Cut it up a little bit here. Yeah, perfect. Now I'll do some ugly, oops. I did. I don't know why I didn't do that. You gotta shake it. That might look pretty good unpainted with a dry wash. You know, Berlina, that'd be a good idea. Take some wax, throw in that, and put you a wick in it and make you a candle. Absolutely. Or something else. You don't have to use a baby. Have a whole crew in here and so on. Yeah, I wish I had somebody read a live chat to make it a whole lot easier. Thanks, Dan. Well, you got that right, Patrick. Inflation sucks, man. $1.25 tree. It's $5 now. All right. There's our ugly green. Clean this nozzle thing out right here. There we go. So now we're just going to paint this stem ugly green. And once we get her nice and ugly green, we will, once we put the rub out in there, man, it really makes it pop. But just plain, it looks like crap, so you've got to have the rub out on this for sure. I don't get this paint everywhere here. I'll be all right. So nothing perfect. We're just painting it green. An ugly green. Same way with this one, we'll just paint it ugly green. Got to hold it here somehow. Once I get this stem painted, I'll take the heat gun across a little bit to kind of speed up the drying process. There's that one. So we can't speed it up just a hair. Let's throw a little bit more green on this. Try to darken it up a little bit more. Once we do a rub out, the orange will come through a little bit, but we don't want it a whole lot, but we want it a little bit. The orange and the green, everything going into that stem really makes it look good. Or I think it does. everybody. Yeah, so now we'll dry a little bit more. Let me read your comments first before I start drying again. See what I missed. Got changed 2 weeks ago. Section, I got changed about 3 weeks ago. Then Marina, mine just stopped them on Tuesday. And Monster, there is a service in my city. Drop off your clothes. Zombie them for you, and we pick them up. Oh, really? So why would they zombie clothes for you? Or is it just a service you drop them off and pick them up and you want them to be zombie? Oh my god. All right, brother, be safe. There's a service in your town that makes your clothes zombified. Ugh. And I'm believing that. I thought y'all was really being serious. I guess you are in a way. So like I said earlier, use your heat gun if you want to dry your paint out. Just don't get that latex super hot, especially if you have a sealed foam filled prop that you're working on. It will cause it to shrink up inside. And it's not an immediate, but if you leave it down for a couple hours, that thing's going to shrink up on you and look like crap. I have a bunch of hearts somewhere. Yeah. So this is one of my hearts, foam filled, and that's what happens. It's kind of cool though, even though it shrunk up, but I wasn't going for a shrunk up look. This is one of my vampire hearts. This is my well, that's wet. That is wet latex, or not wet, but it's unpainted latex. You kind of get the gist, but that was one of my vampire hearts that shrunk up on me. Looks kind of cool though, don't it? So what I got is a two-part mold. I got a two-part mold for hearts, and then once I get a foam filled, then I'll dip my tip of my heart into the latex, and that will seal the whole thing off. So it's not, you don't have to worry about it ever getting wet inside of and ruin your foam or whatever. But anyway, you can't heat those up too hot. I was just suggest let it dry. And the reason I was heating it up was trying to dry the latex at the tip and dry the paint on it. That's a no-no unless you want your sealed up heart to look like that. You may want it like that. It's hard to tell. All right, so one of these we're going to dry brush, and the other one we are not. So let me go find me a brush. I think I got a soft brush somewhere. I think. I'll be back. Hold on. Alright, so I got me an old brush. I like these brushes here. They're very, very soft versus these here. These aren't too bad, but for dry brushing, man, these are I really like these. Need to get some more. Oh, need to go get some white paint. We'll mix it in here. I got some here. We'll put it up. Okay. I mixed up all this paint yesterday, and I have no clue what I did with it. It just grew little paint legs and walked away. Okay. Anyway, we're going to use acrylic. It'll be fine for dry brush. Clean this palette up a little bit. Let me go wash this palette out. Yeah, let me wash this palette out. All right, I'm back. I'm cleaned this up because I didn't want to get any of that dark color in my whites and make it gray or something. Even though that's probably what we end up doing with it anyway. So, man, I know I got paint here somewhere. I just don't know what I did with it. I don't know what I did with it. And this ain't gonna take much paint. Just barely put it on your brush. Kind of go on both sides, then I'll just wipe it off. Start on the back somewhere and lightly brush it. So since we are putting a wash on this, I want the highlights to be a little lighter. That way the washout will stand out a little more on it. that makes sense. So there's one that we highlighted. Now we'll dry that up a little bit, then we'll do a rub out on it. Okay, there we go. That's that. There's that one. So now we're going to take some of this rub out and try that. See what it looks like. And we'll just use our little paint tray here. Hopefully we can do it that way. Thank you, Joe. Appreciate it. Looks like it's stuffed pepper. Yes, it kind of does, don't it? Happy accident. Shit. John, if we don't have a skeleton inside of our bodies, man, we screwed. We're gonna be screwed. So now I'm just gonna throw this wash on here. We're just gonna put it on there and just let her go. And guys, if somebody says you can't do all this with a brush, you need an airbrush stuff. You don't need all that stuff. Look, did this. We did that pumpkin yet a couple days ago, all by brush. Just because I couldn't find my airbrush, which is fine. If you don't have one, you don't need it. You just use a brush. And these are just brushes from Harbor Freight. And like some of these other ones are not in the best of shape. You know, they got paint all over them. This one's pretty much screwed. So you don't need nothing real fancy. Just do the best you can. I would suggest to have some kind of apron or old clothes if you're going to deal with this, any of this stuff, the paint, the latex, the rub out, anything that you're going to use doing this. You wear some old clothes, man. I've done about every freaking clothes I have, pants and shoes and shirts and not no underwear yet, but you know, the rest of it I have. So. Okay, there's our rub out. We're going to let that dry. We're gonna let that dry, then we'll come back and rub it out. Now this is the one that is not highlighted. So we're gonna see what it looks like and go from there. If we have to, we can highlight it afterwards. Get it all up on that stem real nice and good. Get it down in them nooks and crannies. Okay, there's our skull without the highlights in it. So we're gonna let that dry. We're gonna speed it along. It is alcohol, so it should dry fairly quick. Okay, there's that one. So I'm not sure how this acrylic by itself is going to react once I start doing a rub out on it. It might react fairly good, or it might be a total bust on it. All right. So there it is before the rub out. It actually doesn't look bad at all. This looks like kind of like a crappy skull pumpkin. There's one without the highlights in it. And we'll get ready. We're going to the restroom real quick. Then we'll come back and we'll go ahead and rub out this thing. Get the alcohol and stuff ready. Be right back, guys. What's up, boss?
What's happening with you?
Making some skull fucking right here.
Huh? I'm different. Oh man, just see why you throw that away.
On video.
I got 3 steps in there.
I don't like to use them vampires.
Don't throw the cigarette away. Let me get mine, man. Damn, you throw the cigarette.
All right, guys. Now we're going to wash these bad boys out and see how it looks. And what I use is just a sponge and some alcohol. Let me cut this one down just a little bit more. I don't think we need as much of a sponge. So now we have that. We need a cup of alcohol. I know I got alcohol somewhere right here. So we got alcohol. We need a cup. And I'm going to, so I got almost 100% alcohol, 99.9. So I'm going to take it down to 70%. And how I'm going to do that is 2 parts of this, 1 part of water. Good, okay. So now we'll soak this. Let me see what y'all got on there. Where's the wash? So the wash is, oh shoot. How did I make that? I made it a couple times ago. So it is alcohol, and it has inks, FW inks. It has red. Has 1 bottle of red, and brown and black. Once you mix it up, just keep mixing until you get the desired color that you want. The more black you add, of course, it's going to be more dark. So that's what that is. Alcohol, 70% alcohol, and we use 99% alcohol, and we added 2-to-1 ratio on that to make it 70%. And FW inks, or this Liquitex inks. You can't see it. Yeah, you can't see it, but Liquitex inks. FW inks is like the standard, but you can use either or we did anyway. So we're just gonna soak our sponge and we'll just wring that bad boy out. Wring it out pretty good. You don't want a whole bunch of alcohol left in that. Oops. All right, so now let's use the one we dry brushed. Let's see how that looks. And from my experiment the other day on my other pumpkin, I think I rubbed it out too much, too hard. So we're not going to do this one as hard and as aggressive as we did the other one, unless we have to. It all depends on what we're looking for. And I'll go get that pumpkin here in a minute, and I'll show you that pumpkin that we did. So if I want it just a little bit more orangey somewhere, I'll put a little bit more pressure on it. Like where my highlights are, I kind of like to make that just a little bit more orangey and leave my dark down inside. But not like super totally dark. But you kind of get the idea, I believe. All right, let's do the skull. Let's see what this skull looks like with that dry brush on there. I don't think it's going to make much difference, to be honest with you. Yeah, I don't think it's a good look. Oh, it don't look too bad. Oh, okay, there we go. It don't look too bad. Okay. We'll let that one dry for a minute, then we'll work on this one. So you can see, or just rub this out, left the highlight there. And I want to do the edges. So that just gives it a good old grimy look, and plus it helps out with your low spots in your props. It just gives it that much more detail, in my opinion. You don't have to do this, but it helps. It gives all about what you're looking for. I know Ed Edmonds over Distortions does it pretty much on all of his stuff. So now we'll rub out the skull. So this one here is just an experiment with the rub out on it. And I'm not really digging it, just turn the skull brownish color, black and brown. So we can go back in and highlight that if we want to. Or if you like it the way it is, then we can leave it the way it is. Okay. All right. So let's speed up the drying process on that so I can show you what it looks like. right there. All right. So here's our skulls. Highlighted one and not highlighted. And those going to be kind of hard to see, but you can see the effect that it gives it. This one's just a little bit more darker than this one because I didn't rub this one as hard as this one. But you kind of see the detail it gives off. It gives off a nice detail. But I think the black skull definitely needs to be highlighted and probably afterwards. This don't look too bad, but I think you'd want the white in there to kind of, make them teeth and bones and stuff stick out pretty good. That's kind of what we got on now. So what we'll do is we'll come back and we'll highlight this one here, just brighten it up and see kind of so it's not a black skull. Ooh, what did I miss here? Yeah, Patrick, and I love that wash. No, the wash is not watered down paint. The wash is not a watered down paint. It is alcohol and inks. Alcohol, 2 parts alcohol, 1 part water, 1 bottle of red ink, some brown, and some black. That is the wash. Let me show you the pumpkin from the other day we did. So this is the pumpkin we did the other day, the pumpkin. And we did these basically the same way. Same paint, same color, same rub out. And this was sculpted on top of a basketball, as you can tell. Yep, that's the rub out. This wish you can see it in person. The colors really pop in it. It just makes a big difference in person. All right, so we're going to make another mess here. We're going to highlight this pumpkin right here, just to kind of see what it looks like so it doesn't look so dark. The other one's dark, but not like super dark, but I want one just a little bit lighter so it doesn't look too crazy. All right, so I'm just going to take off the excess. Yeah, I got it on my doggone finger. So we're gonna dry brush this, see how it looks. Make it just a little lighter. There's our dirty pumpkin. I don't think it looks too bad. So we got all kind of freaking detail in this. I mean, a ton of detail in this. And it looks like a ton of colors, but oh, actually, we only have like white, black, orange, and green. So we don't have, we only got 4 colors in there. Then the rub out has done the rest for us. So I don't think it looks bad. So tell me what you guys think. You like the skull just a little bit whiter, or I don't know. I don't like this one too much, or darker. This one here looks a little bit too brown. So I think it needs highlighted. So I think we should highlight them both. So the highlighted one, yeah, I like the highlighted one better. So let's highlight this one then. Let's get them both highlighted so they look kind of the same. And that's one thing about doing this kind of stuff is just keep playing with it until you find something that you like. If you don't like the colors that you did, repaint the whole stinking thing and start over. That's the beauty of this latex. You can take that latex paint and you can paint over it and start all over again to get what you're looking for. And there's our next one. So now we got 2. Or foam field. Now this one doesn't have as much foam in it. And the reason is this foam here was a new foam, and it hardened up like super freaking hard inside, and I had to tear it out. So we tore it out, and there we go. It's still, I mean, it's still hard. So that's a good. I mean, I'm hitting that thing hard. So it's a still good, solid foam skull. Pumpkin skull. This one here, it's a different foam, and it is a little softer. It's not as hard as the other one, but it's still, I mean, it's still hard. You know what I mean? So it's not rigid. It's soft foam, but it's nice and tough. So there we go. Going to spread out here a little bit. Get some of this stuff out of the way. So there is our pumpkin and skulls. Pumpkin and skulls, pumpkin and skulls. Yeah. Oh, and our little, of course, the whole video that's supposed to have been was these little babies, the little blood babies. And there you go. The blood is dry. Oh, that section ain't dry yet. The rest of it is. That little top section isn't. But there it is. Little blood babies. We got those going on. There's the next one. Now you see we're going to have to cut to this one too because it's already poofed up, so we'll have to snip that sucker down and repaint that because it's swelling up on us. It's pregnant. So we'll do this one like we did the other one. We'll just make a flat piece on this foam for the baby to sit on, nice and neat. See if that will sit on there okay or not. On this side, I believe. Shrink this a little more. So now back to the blood, my new blood mixture. We'll do that. Pieces going everywhere up there. And this is the monster blood I've developed and will be putting on the market soon. And we'll just put that inside of that, get it down inside of the grooves to redo our blood babies. There we go. Now it sits on there a little more level. That's our little blood baby. And I have a little blood baby left over that I don't know what I'm going to do with yet. I might get some more buckets or something and put them in. I think they're pretty cool. Something small, simple. You know, just a little tinkering stuff, but it's, you know, it's pretty cool stuff to deal with. I've always wanted some of these. I did see a thing on Pinterest of a sardine can with these babies, something like these babies with the tails on them inside a sardine can. That's a cool idea that you can do if you want to do something like that. Just find you a baby, with just torso up, and or you have to cut the legs off of it and make you a fins, sardine fins or something for it. But there it is. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. There we go. So there we go, guys. So we did a couple skulls, painted a couple skulls that are latex and foam filled, And our pumpkin is also foam filled and latex. And these are just foam and Ultra Cow babies and a little bucket. I think I paid $2.50 for the little bucket and $3.99 for the little mold if you want to make one of yourself. Or if you want to buy one of these, I'd be happy to sell you one. I don't know. What do you think? $15 plus shipping? I think that'd probably be fair. Anyway. And don't forget, you guys, keep an eye out for the new blood coming on the market. It's going to be It's called Monster Blood. So we'll get my logo made up for them and all that stuff. And it'll be in 8-ounce bottles. So you want to look for that soon. I guess I better ask the printing shop how long it's going to take them to get the stickers made, hadn't I? Anyway, guys, we appreciate you hanging out with us. If you want to come back tomorrow, please do so. Maybe we'll find, I don't know what I'm going to do tomorrow, but we'll find something to get into. I'm sure we'll tear something up. I don't know what. And don't forget, guys, if you want my new mask, one-of-a-kind mask, this is the only one that's ever going to be made, I think. $39.99 or $49.99. I can't remember what I said it was earlier. There you go. That is okay, it's not hand sculpt. Never mind, guys. You know what I mean. I'm just having fun. We'll see you on the next one, guys. Always keep it creepy, and we'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.